Welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat, founder at Online Seller UK. And today I've got Fred from Weprep FBA with me. And we'll be talking about why should we use 3PL service. Fred, welcome to our podcast.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Excellent. So, Fred, I think it will be good to start with your introduction and your company introduction and what it does.
Sure. I'm one of the co-founders of Weprepfba. We're a sort of specialized 3PL service providing a full range of logistics service for Amazon sellers and e-commerce business owners, whether it be from forwarding your goods from the Far East to repackaging and relabeling products, or D2C fulfillment, B2B. We pretty much cover every single aspect of logistics that an Amazon seller or an e-commerce business owner would need.
Okay, excellent. So I think you've introduced rightly about Amazon, and a lot of people do sell on Amazon. I was talking to somebody else earlier today, and they went to one of the conferences in London last week. And there was a question being asked now about what percentage of people depend on Amazon a lot for their business, and most of them do. So 3PL doesn't only mean Amazon. It means that people sell on websites. They can take support from you, I gather.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have to use us or use Amazon. They can use us as an intermediary to other service providers like Amazon's their own. They are effectively a 3PL service. It's just about facilitating your business and getting the control back. Instead of having all of your stock in the Amazon fulfillment centers, you may wish to have some of the stock at our warehouse to give you that full control and flexibility on what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've started now talking about some of the benefits already. So if I am to compare our 3PL service, and I'm obviously, without saying that everybody compares with Amazon FBA, the speed, the cost, and all that sort of thing. So how do we sort of differentiate the service, and what sort of advantage do we have with 3PL?
The main advantage is, like I said before, really is the control. If you send all of your stock to Amazon and then there's an issue, for example, with your product, say Amazon say you cannot sell this product anymore, there's a defect on the product, you have to pull all of the stock out, and that's very costly. If you're sending a portion of the stock to an Amazon fulfillment center and then hold the rest of it at a 3PL like Weprep, you wouldn't have the large costs of removing all of that stock at the same time. Obviously, you're going to need to fix the issue, but you haven't spent all that money on moving it all in and then moving it all out. It just gives you that control.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people do want that control for their stock. Yes, we're also aware of Seller Fulfilled Prime and all that sort of thing. So how does Seller Fulfilled Prime work with you as a business?
Yeah, so customers can set up their FBA account as normal, which is what a lot of sellers do, and they can also set up Seller Fulfilled Prime. This again gives you that control and flexibility to move the stock to and from where you need it to go. Protecting your business from any sort of issues and ongoing problems you might have.
Yeah, and then for a buyer's perspective, whether it's a Seller Fulfilled Prime or FBA, the delivery times and things like that, will that be any difference on that?
We can match the delivery times of Amazon FBA. Obviously, Amazon being the beast that they are, they have the best and most competitive prices. However, on sort of the oversized items, they're not always as good. Sending a big bulky item to FBA isn't always such a smart idea, but using the FBA calculators and that sort of thing, you can check out versus our prices or another 3PLs, check which prices work out best.
Yeah, excellent. So also, as we started when you're talking about different other platforms, so a seller, they start selling on Amazon and then they want to expand to eBay and Shopify and so on. So I'm assuming that sort of you sort of provide a combined service.
That's right.
Okay, do you want to talk us a little bit on that?
Yes, so they could list their products on Amazon or Seller Fulfilled Prime or FBA, but they could also have their own website, and we can connect that to our system and then fulfill those orders on their website. Lots of people talk about wanting to get away from Amazon and having that complete control back and take it away from Amazon. I mean, they really work in harmony together. It shouldn't be about pulling it from Amazon or giving it one way or the other. It should just be about maximizing your opportunity by using both Amazon, eBay, and other platforms such as your own website, whether it be a Shopify, Wix, or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think that's the ideal scenario for all the sellers, really, so that it's not dependent on one particular platform. So tell us about a little bit about the people you are working with. So do they do FBA, half or part of FBA and part fulfilled by yourself? Anybody within your client network, are they using your services like that?
Yes, so there's a mixture of clients. Some of our clients will be selling their own brands that they may have imported from the Far East, and they'll be listed on Amazon FBA. Other sellers will be purchasing products from wholesalers or online retailers and reselling their brands. Those are the sellers that tend to just do FBA on a sort of focused basis. And then the sellers that are selling their own brands, they'll be pushing products through FBA, and then also they'll have their products listed on their own website, potentially on other channels like eBay and Walmart, depending on the sort of marketplace they're in.
Yeah, excellent. So, okay, excellent. So when we bring the products, you mentioned about Far East, when we bring the products in to this country, they can go to your warehouse?
Yeah, that's right. They can go directly to our warehouse, either via, if it's an LCL shipment, it'll probably come to another warehouse and then get dropped into ours. Or if it's a full container load, they can come to our warehouse. We'll unload them, store the goods, and then distribute them as to where they need to head to.
Yes, so that's where I'd like to check really, because I obviously will not have checked the product itself. So do you provide a service that you check the product quality and all that sort of thing? Is that involved within your?
Yeah, absolutely. We do like a full product inspection depending on the client's needs. We often advise clients to get the products checked in their sort of when they're from their supplier. Once they arrive to us, we can then go through either part of the shipment or the whole shipment, depending on how cautious they want to be on that. It just depends really on each individual client's needs. There's not sort of a set thing you're supposed to do or not to do. It's just about how you feel and the confidence you've got in what you've purchased. There can be mistakes made in the Far East or wherever you've purchased your products from your supplier. It just depends on the relationships you've got and how new you are to importing, I suppose.
Yeah, excellent. So let's talk about the categories of the product. So what are the, if I ask you top 5 categories of the product you are dealing with, what would they be?
Cool. That's a tricky question. We do have a lot of grocery products. I mean, really, it's anything you've ever seen on Amazon. It has come through our door. If you say one product, I can probably say yes, we've had it. I wouldn't necessarily know the top 5. It's really, really hard. But there's a real sort of broad range of products that we handle. General merchandise and just pretty much anything.
Yes. So I think so. Sometimes with some categories, like for example, alcohol or perfume, it's pain to get it through FBA because of Hazmat issues. Yeah. So that's when services like yourself can be ideal as well. Not that other services would be or other categories would be, but those are also situations. So do you deal with those sort of categories like alcohol, perfumes, and things like that as well?
Yeah, we've got a few clients that sell alcohol. We distribute those for their website and to Amazon FBA. Obviously, the Hazmat program is a bit tricky sometimes with the postage and that, but we obviously have the facilities and capabilities to handle that. Glass products are like a typical sort of issue product, but that just requires special care and attention from us in the prep center, making sure those products can move through the delivery systems effectively. It's just part and parcel of our job, making sure the products move as smooth as possible through those supply chains.
Excellent. So I think you've given us quite a bit of information about the process and so on, which is really helpful as such. So tell us a little bit about the story behind Weprepfba. So you're one of the founders. So how did you get around to starting the business? So yeah, this is time for you to tell your story.
Sure. So I started selling on Amazon in 2015 in January, something like that. I started my own brand, which I've been able to sell on to a large aggregator in America. We sold that a few years ago. Myself and Arthur, one of the other founders of the business, we started off in 2019. We were looking for some space for our own businesses, both private label brands. We thought, hey, let's get a small warehouse together and just see how it goes, see if we like working together. And off the back of that, we decided to offer the services of a 3PL or prep center. And evidently, we noticed it was quite popular and lucrative enough business for us to sort of push on a more serious side of things. So off the back of that, we pushed on and really cracked on and grown the business to a staff of 30 over 2 sites in Ipswich. And yeah, it's a great business to be part of. We're really well connected with lots of sellers. We work with something like 400 different Amazon businesses at the moment. Have serviced nearly 1,000 over the 3 years we've been running. So yeah, it's been a great experience and a great learning curve in terms of business and managing people. So yeah.
Excellent. So you are coming down to Brighton in October for Amazfest UK. Yeah, obviously you are sponsoring the conference itself. So how do you come about getting involved with Amazfest? How did you find about it?
We visited Amazfest in Manchester a few years ago, and obviously we've seen the online sort of COVID situation, and we've seen it re-advertised on LinkedIn and on Facebook. So we thought we'd reach out to you and get involved, and really look forward to getting down there and meeting some people.
Yeah, excellent. I think nothing beats seeing people face to face and talking. So
Absolutely.
Excellent. So again, thank you for your time today, Fred. So is there anything else you want to end up before we close this podcast?
I just welcome meeting anyone at Amazfest, and hopefully get to meet lots of people. You can reach me on the website on weprepfba.co.uk, or hit me up on LinkedIn, or anywhere you can find me on social media. I'm there and everywhere. So yeah, I look forward to speaking to people.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Fred. All the best for now.
Yes, thanks for the call.
Thank you.